Hello everyone, my name is CRT Head, and this is more Arcanum. I welcome you to the stream. Last time we were looking for Nazruddin's grave, who is like your predecessor of sorts, perhaps. But our main character here is his exact reincarnation. So I'm not quite sure why we're looking for it. I suppose there's nothing better to do for the living one. To figure out the prophecy, maybe. But I hope for sure that we'll get some interesting lore there. Which is probably one of the better parts of this game. As well as its world building, that's for sure. Just making our way there. It should be here. But we can't see it yet. There it is. The land bridge is called. Well, nothing for now. Guess it's like a dungeon as well. Just before we get to see anything. These guys are like rats, even though they have like the model of a gorilla. It's kind of funny actually. Is there anything else here? Well, it definitely has mobs. Yeah, run out of fatigue. Should be fine though. Let's give the bow to Perryman. Maybe he'll use it. No, doesn't seem like he wants it. Probably making a bow build would be broken in this because of how fast they actually shoot it. Because of a glitch. Maybe it's tied to the frame rate or something like that. As it usually is with older games. Because everyone just shoots it way too quick. I wish maybe they had this game also in 3D. Or maybe if they made it in 3D. Or a sequel that would be in 3D instead of isometric. Because it does not translate the whole world to the game. Or to the screen rather. Would have been 10 times as interesting to explore. But like this is just... obviously reused interiors for like buildings, but instead of buildings they have trees for sprites. And then they have this fake illumination as if there is a spot between the trees where the sun passes. I wonder if it's the same at night or if it changes to like a bluish hue. I leveled up also. We need to get charisma, I think. Would be able to do the quest on level 33, which is about negotiations with Caledon. You cannot walk out of here. Not on this side at least. But it leads to nowhere. Maybe you're not supposed to walk in here. That's a possibility. Just have to walk outside and then travel further. What level are they? They're level 25. Maybe it's just that Harm is really good against them, but it also could be that I'm over leveled for them. Not sure though if Harm scales with anything. The damage, I mean. That's the spell I'm using to destroy them. Key roll is nice. This is useless. Oh, this seems interesting. Maybe. If I could get out. Doesn't seem like I can. Might as well equip this amulet, which gives magic resistance, instead of the one that I have, which gives beauty, which is basically attitude of NPCs. Doesn't change much though. So there is that. I wonder if Perryman or Sok have anything to say about this place. Let's just ask him in a second here. What's this? Unidentified small rope. Fit for gnomes, but not for a human. Just a few more questions, Perryman. What do you know anything of the Isle of Thanatos? Thanatos, not much literature about that place, I'm afraid. I'd venture to guess that's because no one ever comes back from the place alive. Literally crawling with all sorts of evil beasts and the like. From the little that I've read about the place, I'm not one to pass up an opportunity to see someplace new, but I'd have to say I don't look forward to visiting that desert place. Well, we are already here, man. Don't think he understands quite yet what we've gotten ourselves into. Okay, there's another loot pile this way. I think this is pretty optional to visit. I just have to walk south instead of anywhere in the trees, because it's a trap. Pretty sure. Oh, what's this? More loot? Don't tell me I'm lost. That would not be nice. I don't remember all this way. I guess I could just teleport out. Another small rope. Let's get it. Maybe it's like sells well. Or it's really expensive. Doesn't seem like it gets a bluish hue, it just gets darker, kind of. Time is 8 o'clock, kind of 9 in the game. Guess that's one way to do it. Oh, maybe you can't walk here, right? Seems like you can pass. Probably. Doesn't, no. Does not let me. So you have to walk inside, right? What about the other side? Oh, you can walk here, although not too far. How about this? Oh, you can't walk here. Can I teleport this way? I cannot. Well, fine. Guess it's not an optional dungeon after all. If I had to guess, the exit would be somewhere south. Might as well check out this way. There's battle music still playing for some reason. Not sure why. Okay, there's no exit here. But there is some loot. What's this? Does not tell me what it is. That's interesting looking stuff though. Why does it just say spells on the bottom? Yeah, let's sort it this way and then get the staff. Oh, it does not. I think it's broken. Let's save and reload. See what happens. Just the usual stuff. Unfortunately. What if I click somewhere outside? I wondered if it would path in the dungeon, but it does not. I guess it only works as far as the screen goes, or maybe it's not even coded right for them to path somewhere. Let's actually check. So if I place myself here, then click here, it does find a way for him to go. It doesn't try to go in a straight line. Maybe it does not work in interiors then, if you press somewhere exterior. Not sure. That's some nice birds. Don't think I've heard that sound effect before. We haven't been this way yet, so I guess that's a good sign. That exit is somewhere near. Oh, there it is. Thank the gods, I found it. Let's save. Is there a house? I see. With my right eye. Yes, there is. Well, it seems like someone is living here then. Who's that? An elf wizard?
What do you want of me? I did not choose to live on this island for its ambience. I chose it so I wouldn't have to entertain fools. Leave me be.
Calm down, I'm not here to bother you, I'm looking for a grave.
That is quite the fool's journey just to find someone's dead body. I'm afraid to ask, but whose grave would you be looking for?
Why are you afraid to ask?
I'm afraid to ask, because I know the answer. There's only one reason any fool would risk his life to come here, and that is to search for the great Nasruddin.
Oh, he sounds so sad about it. It doesn't sound as if you hold him in high regard.
The great Nasruddin is nothing but a thorn in my side all these many years.
Well, how is that? He's been dead for 2000 years.
I should have died 2000 years ago, if not for some foolish instinct of self-preservation. I should have let myself die then.
Wait, so you're Nasruddin?
I would say in all my glory, but I'm afraid I haven't any left.
But you're Nasruddin. You saved the world from Aranax.
No. I delivered the world to Aranax. I put in place the system that he felt was his for the taking. I even imparted my elven arrogance to him. I must bear full responsibility for his actions.
That's a bit dramatic, don't you think? Aranax's actions were his own.
You do not understand. He was my son. I taught him everything. Only to see him be carried away by his youthful temper. I should have seen it. There must have been a way to stop him before it came to what it did.
No, that's strange. Why does Aranax bother with the main character then? Why does he appear to him in visions? Let's say, I've heard the legends. Can you tell me what really happened?
It started in the Age of Legends. I was young, headstrong. I thought I could take on the world, and I did. I fought the good fight to protect the lesser races, as I arrogantly called them, from the chaos that raged everywhere. Dragons, demons, evil sorcerers, I fought them all and won. And this, all before even the days of the Elven Council.
How did the Elven Council come about?
I gathered a group of idealistic mages together, and we created an Elven Council, for the good of all. We really believed that. For a time, I suppose it was even true. I really believe things began to change when we discovered a way to banish things from this plane of existence.
Why?
It was the ultimate weapon. Once something was banished from this plane of existence, it could never return. With ultimate power comes ultimate responsibility, and ultimate corruption. We were quick to use it on new and ever more terrible threats, the Bane of Kree, Krakatur, Gorgoth, Kurgan.
So how did Aranax fit into all this?
Sometime during all this heroic carnage, my son came of age. I quickly ushered him into the council, amidst some of the others' protest about his young age and inexperience. And then it all came crashing down upon me. Look, are you certain you really want to hear all this self-pitying drivel?
Of course. So what did Aranax actually do that was so terrible?
He had taken it upon himself to keep the balance, as he termed it. He believed that being a member of the council validated any course of action he chose to pursue. This meant attacking anything he saw as a threat, such as a city that had begun building advanced technological devices. Vendegroth, it was called. He warned them to cease their destructive behavior, and destroyed one of their factories to underscore his point. Justifiably afraid for their very lives, they swiftly constructed a device that could destroy even the most powerful wizard. He responded by calling on forces that few of us had ever seen, and wiping not just the city, but the whole province of Vendegroth from the face of Arcanum with one blow.
That's kind of crazy. So there was another kind of landmass or a country that's missing now. Oh, I pressed more.
He felt himself betrayed when the council condemned his actions. He showed no remorse. In his arrogance, he was sure he would be vindicated. I cast the deciding vote to banish my own son. If I must die, I will be the last, he screamed as he hurled the spell that brought an end to the council, the Age of Legends, and my will to live. It was a harsh dawn that morning on the plains of Brodgar, and it was there in the shadow of the Black Spire that our armies met in the most terrible battle that Arcanum has ever seen. As the sun set, only 4 of us were still alive to witness the destruction we had brought to pass. I found Aranax among the corpses of our decimated armies, and it was there that I condemned my own son to the void.
This music is comical.
In the end, it was only through our combined might that Aranax was subdued, and I watched my own son fall into the horror of the void. But such was the fury and power unleashed by this conflict that the very fabric of reality was torn asunder. With our remaining energy, we were able to seal the rift with powerful wards, and the Ring of Brodgar still stands today as a monument to my son's destructive pride and my own unforgivable failure.
When I regained consciousness, I was on the shore of Thanatos. I'd regained just enough energy to seal myself in a regenerative shell. I remained that way for 1,000 years. No one had ever stayed in a shell for anywhere near that amount of time. Somehow my magical hibernation extended my life much beyond that of even the most powerful elven mages.
I see. It's kind of cool they would make a cutscene like that. I did not expect them to splurge out. But I guess that's kind of cool. Although it was kind of funny with the music and all. Why have you hidden yourself for 1,000 years?
The world out there is not mine. It only serves to remind me of my failure. Everyone I knew, everything I held dear is gone. I myself should have died long ago. Besides, I do not fancy being worshipped as a god.
Oh, he knows about the Panari. Does he know about Manox? Wonder what he has to say about them. So you know about the Panari.
I'm well aware of the whole Panari tomfoolery, yes. When I emerged from my regenerative state, I traveled to the mainland. I suppose I thought I could somehow live among the world again. After I spoke with that Mannix fellow, I knew I was deluding myself.
Did he tell you how the Panari began?
He did not know much. Mostly some fanciful notions mixed with bits and pieces of history. As near as I was able to put together from speaking with him, Kryn Urden, the last surviving member of the council, started the Panari simply to maintain the wards, to periodically strengthen them, as it were.
Did you tell Manox who you were?
After I listened to his insane beliefs for what seemed like hours, I hinted that I'd actually known Nasruddin. He was already too far gone. He would not have believed any of my protests or denials of my godhood. He most likely would have interpreted the whole thing as some sort of test, I suppose.
Well, what happened to Manox? They believe he ascended with you.
Yes, word of that eventually reached my ears. I can only assume that somehow he realized who I was and began talking about his visitation. I have not the slightest idea where the ascension piece of the legend originated from.
Well, I need your help. Aronax is coming back. Tell him your story.
I feel as if I've been waiting to hear those words since I awoke those many years ago. I had hoped it would never come to this. Why, Aranax? Why can't you see the folly of the path you've chosen? What are you going to do about this situation?
I don't think this voice actor is up to snuff. Compared to the other ones, like Virgil, for example, this is strange. Well, what I'm going to do? He's your son. What are you going to do?
I fear there is nothing I can do. I am old, tired. I do not believe I could stand up against my son now, even if I could find the heart to try.
How is that he's still so powerful after all this time?
We do not know what life in the void is like, if it can be even called life. Who knows what sources of power could be found on the other side?
Well, there must be some way to stop him.
I can think of only one possible strategy to defeat him now. You must retrieve the Vendigroth device that was meant to destroy him.
Well, you said Vendigroth was destroyed. How can I find it?
And so it was, above ground. There are many catacombs and tunnels lying beneath the surface. Some of the members attempted to retrieve it to use against Aranax, but they never returned. We were forced to battle him without it, and you know the consequence of that.
Oh, so I guess the Vendigroth Wastes is basically the destroyed continent, except that it was made into the waste, basically, without really destroying the landmass. I guess it makes sense. So what does this device do?
Extremely powerful mages have the ability to regenerate themselves whenever they are badly hurt, as I did. If one is powerful enough to hurt a master sorcerer gravely, the mage will retreat into his regenerative shell and emerge stronger than ever. The device is the only way known to disrupt the regenerating shield.
And disrupting the field kills the mage within.
Quite so. The technology of the device is designed to disrupt the field in such a way as to cause the shell to drain the life force instead of regenerating it. Quite gruesome to contemplate, actually. Further, it is said that one who is killed in this manner is forever separated from this world, with no chance of being returned magically or otherwise.
Oh, I see. How did they come up with this? How can I find this device?
You must search the ruins of Vendigroth in the wastes where the city once lay.
Why don't you do it?
I must conserve what little remains of my energy to banish you to the void once you have retrieved the device. The banishment spell is rarely performed by a single mage. Its power requirement is so great.
Hold a moment. Why are you going to banish me?
Certainly. If we were to wait for Aranax to breach the wards, I fear the loss of life would be immeasurable.
Oh, I see. Well, that's gonna be painful, I guess. Where can I find the ruins?
I do not know exactly. Those days are long past, and with them a better part of my memory, I'm afraid. All I know is that at one point Vendigroth and its settlements spread out over that whole area, now known as the Wastes. There was a bridge leading into the Vendigroth province. Here.
Oh, I see. Well, I'm off to Vendigroth then. That's it, I cannot ask him anything else.
Where is the device? Have you retrieved it?
I have not had the opportunity to retrieve the device as of yet.
Why are you delaying? It is of the utmost importance that we stop Aranax before he returns.
I've decided it would be more amusing to kill you instead. Wow. Well, you are correct. I'll be on my way to retrieve it post-haste. What does he eat? The gorillas? Maybe he does not need to eat because he's an elf. Okay, next level we can get the quests done. And I think that in the final confrontation with Aranax, you also could use persuasion to convince them to step down. Let's see if I can teleport right at the bridge. If that would work. Oh, it does work. Guess we leave our ship at the shores of Thanatos. Well, I thought Thanatos would be a bit more different, I guess, with the dungeon of some kind, but there's nothing there. Really. There's a villager here, though. Let's talk to him. It's an honor. Who might you be? I'm Welda Rubin, the renowned halfling adventurer at your service, sir. What are you doing out here, Welda? Why, adventuring, of course. What better place to explore than the dreaded wastes of Vendigroth? Have you seen any cities out in the wastes, perhaps? Well, it's pretty empty out there, and I haven't been here exploring all that long, but I found this one city way out in the wastes, surrounded by shifting sands. No roads lead into or out of the place. It could be Tula, I guess. Please continue. There was no obvious entrance, so I climbed the surrounding wall. From that vantage I could see the whole place. Anyone live there? Yeah, there were a lot of people inside, lots of different races. Everyone was wearing robes and acting very polite and all. Did you go inside? No, I climbed back down and left. Bigger folk have their own ways, and I won't be disturbing them. Would you please show me where it is on my map? Okay, I have marked the location of the city on your map. Join with me and we will travel to the desert city together. This sounds great. I would love to go on more adventures. Let's head out then. That's cool. We have a halfling now. Well, the Rubin, what's going on? I guess nothing. It's fine. For the most part, it seems. Veldo says, how can I help you? Can I ask you some other questions? I'd like to know a few things about you. What can you do? He's a rogue. Right, I think he's a rogue. Prowling, spot, trap. Does he know how to... No, he does not know how to disarm them. Most unfortunate. Does he know any spells? I don't think he does know any spells. That's fine. Any technical stuff? Oh, he's just a classical adventurer then. Let's go to Tula. I could just teleport there. What if I teleport there? Maybe I don't need to go through the sands then. Right? No, they spawn you outside of the gates. Elf guard. Greetings, traveler. What is this place? He looks you over for a moment before responding. Ah, it's you. Jorian told us to be expecting you. You may enter. Thank you. But who's Jorian? What is this place? Jorian the Diviner. He's inside, waiting for you. And this place is Tula, the city of mages. I could not read the rest, what he has to say. Let's get maybe more opinion. It's kinda cool. Oh, they have guardians. Those things. That's kinda cool. What's this? Everyone is sleeping. Let's wait till morning. I don't think you're kind of supposed to get here at night. And it's also kind of strange there is no music. I don't think they had time to make it then. Oh, I'm hearing something. There is music now. Welcome. We are honored to have the pure heart visit us here in Tula. Oh, because I'm of good alignment. Music is kinda nice. Liking the motif. There's another... truly noble creature stands before me. I bid you welcome, Outlander. Truly noble creature, yeah. Do they all say the same thing? What about you? Another student. There seem to be ruins of schools. On the pavement. Or the bricks, I guess. Kind of reminds me of how Fallout looks. But I also remember this place being in some kind of a Baldur's Gate. I think 2 mod. Where instead of the dungeon you could teleport outside into Icewind Dale and then here. But I couldn't figure out how to use magic because I think you're not supposed to really. It's an Arcanum thing. Just looking around for now. Oh, this seems like an interesting place, a human wizard. What is it? Hello, sir, might I ask your name? I'm Hezrod Monk, an apprentice mage in the College of Phantasm. How do you do, sir? Very well, thank you. Might I ask you a few questions, Hezrod? Herzod. Yeah, his name is Herzod. Surely, what do you need to know? Can you tell me of Tula, Herzod? Tula. Oh, it's a wonderful place full of such strange things and interesting people. If only I didn't have to do all of this bloody schoolwork. How how's a fellow supposed to enjoy himself if his nose is always in the box? Do you have much schooling left? Oh, not really. A few bothersome papers, some illusionary presentations, nothing all that difficult. Of course, there's the final examination. What does that entail? There is a maze underneath Tula. It was built by an illusionist centuries ago, an old elf by the name of Falkin. In order to pass the final exam, I need to retrieve a platinum chalice from the middle of Falkin's maze and bring it back to the master illusionist. It's not that I don't think I can do it, it's just that there's so much else I'd rather be doing. Oh, I see. No one ever said school was easy. Good luck to you. Perhaps I might be able to assist you. He gives you a sly look. Now there is a possibility. Yes, that just might work out nicely. That way I could run out later with the boys. That way I could run out late. Oh, wait. There is a fireball tourney later this afternoon that I'd love to play in. Fine. And I've got an old scroll of phantasmal fiend around here somewhere. Shall we call that your payment? Let's say it's done. Very good. The scroll is yours. Once you return with the chalice, the entrance to the maze is just out of this courtyard. The scroll is the scroll is yours once you return to visit the chalice. I thought maybe you need to use the scroll to get somewhere. It's an archway made of stone. You need this coin in order to pass through it and into the base. He hands you a coin. I'll be here once you're done. I must go. Let me go out with the boys instead. Instead of the schoolwork. Oh, they have a bunch of books here. They are horrors of technology. Let me make a save here, in case I need it later. Let's call it something like that. They wouldn't let me. Okay, let's say Tula. Is there anything interesting here? I think horrors of technology might be good to read. Upon my introduction on the powers of technology, an account of Samuel Kielsen-esque. What does that mean? It was with a certain amount of trepidation that many years ago I accepted an invitation to attend a demonstration of various advances in the field of technology, an event that was taking place at one of Tehran's great institutions of learning. I have always believed myself to be a traditionalist, more inclined towards an admiration to the ancient magical arts than to any great leap forward in science, manufacturing, or industry. Nevertheless, I swallowed my skepticism, spurred on by my good gnomish friend, Mr. Julius Underwood, and decided to attend. Underwood and myself arrived at the venue for the demonstration by carriage, and after presenting our invitations to the hulking half-ogre at the door, we were led along wood-paneled corridors to a small lecture theater. There was already a throng of about 30 present, and I noticed among its numbers fellow members of the press, as well as high-ranking city officials and a representative of the constabulary. Constabulary? I think it's called constabulary. In the center of the circular theater, upon a slab, was what appeared to be a cadaver, shrouded with a cloth. This apparition filled my already nervous mind with further apprehension, and I said as much to my companion. Underwood, however, merely chuckled to himself and advised me to take one of the glasses of excellent halfling wine that were being proffered by a servant. He had already consumed two himself, and was halfway through a third. I took his advice, indeed the wine was of superior quality, and turned to see Mr. Robert Haraway enter the room, followed by another servant laden with various bottles and vials. Haraway was an eminent scientist, said by many to be leading the field of discovery, and upon this occasion he was also our host. He was a handsome man of around 50 years, with lively blue eyes and silver hair and whiskers. He would seem to be one of the more charismatic members of the technological fraternity, which I assumed was why he was chosen to front a showing of some of its latest advances. "Good evening, ladies and gentlemen," he intoned to the assembled crowd with a smile. "Tonight you will all witness certain things which only weeks ago would have been deemed impossible." He paused. "Unthinkable, one might even say, and perhaps then even certain cynics of the local press will see the advantages that may be gleaned from the work of myself and my fellow scientists all over this nation." He glanced briefly in my direction as knowing members of his audience laughed politely. Haraway bid us to be seated and proceeded to talk in detail about recent discoveries in the fields of anatomy, respiration, blood circulation, and the functions of the brain. All the while his assistants were busily assembling a complicated network of bottles and glass tubes, into which they poured the contents of various colored vials. When they had finished, Haraway cleared his throat and gripped his lapels. What's a lapel? Let me look it up. Lapel. The part on each side of a coat or jacket immediately below the collar, which is folded back on either side of the front opening. Ah, I see. So it's like a collar then. Maybe. But for business suits. That's what I would call it. It's like a collar, maybe. If I didn't know the word, but now I know. It's called lapel. Yeah, lapel. Okay, let me get back to this. All of this I'm certain you'll find very interesting, but I have noticed how everyone's attention has at some point rested on the covered cadaver on the slab. He indicated the corpse. Now, you will all see how these advances can be put to actual uncontestable use. So he would make an necromantic corpse of some sort, maybe. Why would they even bother with the medicine if everyone can be healed magically? Well, I don't know. I think it's strange that in this world they would try to advance technology, because there is like no need to do so. Every wound can be healed with the magic. Well, basically almost. You can even resurrect people if you wanted to. Well, let's get on with it. He pulled the sheet from the slab with a flourish, revealing to us the twisted body of an orc. There were several gasps. The creatures are even more horrifying in death than in life. This specimen was shot and killed a week ago by a member of the city's police force. It had attacked a citizen. Haraway walked back to his desk. My assistants have just concocted a mixture of powerful chemicals. These we have extracted from other corpses and even other living orcs and humans. Some we had created almost completely ourselves. While he said this, Haraway's assistants connected the final concoction that he had mentioned to a large needle, which was then inserted into an orc's arm. Haraway then lit a burner underneath the liquid and stood back. "This," he said gravely, "is not magic, I assure you." As the liquid began to boil, The orc's complexion seems to change. Was it just myself that noticed this? Underwood, beside me, looked on, transfixed. After about 10 minutes, I saw the corpse's eyelids flicker. This awful event was evidently noticed by others, and as more gasps, louder than this time, went round the audience. Suddenly, the creature sat upright and looked around. Its eyes were red and terrible. Behind me, a woman screamed. Underwood gripped my arm, and I was grateful for the contact. Do not be afraid, my friends, laughed Faraway. This orc is almost completely brain dead. It cannot harm us. Observe. He walked closer to the body. The head turned towards him. Hello there, Haraway said breezily. Good day to you, and welcome back. Without warning, the orc bellowed and swung its arm around, raking its claws across Haraway's face. The crowd recoiled, in complete chaos and disarray now. Haraway staggered back, shocked and bleeding, his mouth agape as the orc began to move itself off of the slab towards the man that had given it unholy and unnatural life. Before it could strike again, there was a sharp crack from the back of the theater, and the creature's chest erupted in a plume of red as a bullet ripped through its reanimated heart. It fell back onto the slab, dead for a second time. I turned to see the grim-visaged police officer holding a smoking gun. Haraway, howling as the tears streaked down his now scarred face, was led away by his assistants. It had not been the successful demonstration that he had anticipated. Well, yeah. As myself and my companions rolled back along the wood-paneled halls, now busy with police, we were contemplating the evening's events. Why had the orc attacked? Who can be sure? Perhaps its brain still contained the vicious, evil instinct that had led it to a violent end in its natural life. Underwood smiled and nudged me on the thigh. May I remind you, gentle reader, that he was a gnome. Oh, I see. So it's like... It tells you to pause, not to think, not to read into this. You must be pleased, eh, Sam? He said. You were always skeptical of this kind of thing. That I was, but I did not feel the satisfaction of vindication. One isolated and relatively small event like this could not stop technological progress. It sped on powerfully like one of the steam trains to which it had given rise. Tonight's occurrence was no more than a matchstick placed on the rails. It was even more fearful of what the future held. Dr. Haraway, if you are curious, never worked again. He retired early and went to live out the remainder of his days in Caledon, far from the scientific advances that had left him mentally and physically scarred. Yeah, the horrors of technology. I think the same kind of horrors could be done with magic, to be honest. But it was an interesting read for sure. Let's see if there's anything else here. The Great Work. A treatise on the nature of reality. That's really interesting as well. I might read all of these books here. It's gonna be the whole stream on this. Let's see what the Great Work is about. Maybe that's interesting as well. The Great Work by Alexis Caudray. Tula, 1665. Forward. The truth of magic is the truth of life. If we are to do anything at all beyond automatic vegetative living, we must consciously apply ourselves to magic, the science and art of causing change to occur in conformity with the will. For our will is all that exists to shape the reality of the world, No known force upon this world has been uncovered to compete with the truth of the magics. There are those that say magic works by subverting the natural order, but I vigorously disagreed. Magic is a true extension of nature, for how could it be otherwise? If it's not, then we must conjecture that there is the possibility of a force which could disrupt the magical flows. And since we all know that no such thing or mechanism exists, the obvious conclusion is that magic is completely harmonious with the natural order. Chapter 1, the proper spirit. It seems that the great work is basically magic. It's not a big book though. Certainly not as big as the Horrors of Technology. Let's read the nature of reality. What with this reality then? By Gesret Palcanipoli. A half-elven wanderer and scribe. Can reality be said to be more than that is which is perceived? Oh, one of these things then. This comes down to the ancient question: if a tree falls in the forest, but there is no one around to hear it fall, will it make a sound? This question is, of course, nonsense, for if we believe it will not make a sound because there is no one to perceive the sound, then the tree does not exist, because it itself is not perceived. Then it cannot fall in the forest. That doesn't exist either, because it's not perceived. Nonsense too, we say. Of course the forest is there. If we have been to the forest many times, we expect it to be there. If we should return, so of course the forest exists. If the forest exists, then the trees in it exist too, and since the trees exist, they can fall. And experience shows us that falling trees make sounds. We expect that which we have seen before. So the sentiment begins. So the sentient beings expect that which our senses tell us is happening to happen again, given the same circumstances. We have seen the sun rise in the east and set in the west each and every day of our lives. So naturally we expect the sun to rise in the east and set in the west again tomorrow. But can we actually say that it is so? Now we cannot predict with 100% certainty that the sun will indeed rise in the east and set in the west each day. We can only predict that it is extremely likely that it will do so. Thus, the reality around us is only the reality we perceive. We mages are able to alter our world around us because we alter our perception of it. If we need a spoon to exist so that we may take in our dinner, we'll perceive a spoon, and it will be reality for us. Of course, this is no easy task, because we have seen that there is no spoon, and experience shows us that spoons do not simply materialize out of thin air. But should we forget this fact for now and expect a spoon to materialize, should we expect this with sufficient force, then it will materialize, because reality is only that which we perceive. Was there a universe before sentient life? Did reality exist if there was no one to perceive it? According to my arguments here, no. This universe came into existence as soon as sentients perceived it. The gods looked upon the universe and it existed. Now we exist too, and we too perceive the universe. I cannot believe the death of magic, I cannot perceive the future without magic, and so I will never experience the future without magic. Well, that's kinda interesting to say. I wonder what kind of gods are in Arcanum, or at least used to be. I think they call them the pagan gods. But it does not seem like religion is at all, how would you say it, common, maybe. There was another word. Ubiquitous, yeah. Religion is not ubiquitous in Arcanum, that's for sure. And I find it strange, because where would magic appear from then? Is it kind of natural? Well, maybe because you use fatigue to cast it. What kind of gods looked upon the universe? The pagan gods, maybe some other ones. In the reality you perceive may be different from mine, and it is here that the conflict lies. There are troubles in the world today because of the many scientists, many sentients inhabiting it, and because of all the different beliefs. Therefore, take comfort if you feel reality itself is against you. Reality is never at odds with what anyone does. Another person's reality may be at odds with it, but your own reality will never be at odds with what you do, as it changes to fit your own perceptions. It is kind of true, but I think that you should always get a reality check as to not delude yourself, so all kind of interesting reads. What about the mastery? Maybe that's interesting too. Archmage Nomrin Palanar. That's kind of an elven name. Let me read this. I think it's just an explanation of how you would cast magic in more scientific terms. Or I guess just scientific. There's no such word as scientific. I suppose these are basically for some schools of magic. I think this is healing, right? So this is unlocked, but I cannot walk. Maybe these are for exams. I think that's possible. It's activated. Can I activate this one? Oh, it's like a puzzle then. Is it? Yeah, probably. In what order do you do it? Maybe it's like how it's laid out here. But convenience would be the first then. I think it's some kind of a puzzle. Oh, or it also may be that some schools are not compatible with each other. That's why they disable. I don't know, let's leave it for now. Maybe I could figure this pull out as well. These do not activate for some reason. Don't think I can talk to this guy, right? Maybe I can, but it's like usual conversation of no substance, yeah. Is this a castle? Well, kind of. There's a second floor, but I'm sure you can't visit it, and some windows, of which there are none inside. Well, maybe there are, but you can't see them. I guess that's a possibility, that the windows would be in places you cannot see them. Like if you really had to explain it in universe. Just a room, it seems. Oh, I should ask Perryman about Tula. What does he have to say? How can I help you? Do something, I just need a few questions. What do you know about this place? This is Tula, my home for the last 20 years. There's not a more interesting place in all of Arcanum. The Master Mage here is a man named Simeon Thor, a hard man but fair, probably the most powerful mage in the whole world. And of course there's Pelagian Pool and the mansions of the great mages and oh, sorry about that, I get carried away sometimes. What's the Pelagian Pool? I guess it's in the pool in the front. But what does it do? I have no idea. What can you tell me about the Wendigrove ruins, Perryman? I can't say as of I ever heard of them, but I'm sure someone from Tula would know where they are. Really, could you tell me where Tula is? Well, I'd rather not, but considering the circumstances, I suppose there's no choice, it's right here. He points to a place on your map. I trust you'll behave accordingly when you get there. I certainly hope so. Well, we are at Tula already. Let's ask Soko what he thinks. He probably would be upset. Oh, you cannot ask them about it. Come on. I expected more from the game. Well, what does Velda think? Oh, he does not tell me about anything about Tula. What about the ruins of Wendigrove? Not much, I'm afraid. I just know about the city in the wastes. Yeah, I see. There is someone here, a master mage. And here is another master mage, and here is another master mage. I guess they're divided into schools. This one is fire, this one is something else. There should be a mage here as well. But there is no one here, I don't think. You cannot sleep here. Find an inn and pay for it. Are they inns in Tula? Some other master mages. These seemed a lot more important than the rest. So I probably should talk to the others first. There's an air elemental. Can I talk to it? Does not seem like it. Let's talk to this guy. I think he's a necromancer. Good day to you. Greetings, master. Might I ask what college you have mastered? I am Miss Cassandra Johansson, mistress of divination. How may I enlighten you? Please explain divination to me. The magic of divination allows us to see that which others cannot see, to look beyond what is physically represented, and to see the truth. One of the finest magic skills available, in my opinion, madam. Do you feel threatened by the advancement of technology? Does not seem like you can talk much with them. Threatened? Oh no, oh no. Please recall, sir, that the immeasurable force we call magic has been with us from the dawn of time. This new technology is merely an incidental attitude. In time you shall see the histories recorded as inconsequential. Yes, you are very wise, Mr. Johansson, to see such truth. No, thank you for your time. Do not need anything further. Does not seem like you can talk at length with them or have any kind of philosophical conversations. Who is this guy? Another master mage. I think that's a miss also. Maybe I should wear... No, I think I'm wearing the beauty armor, right? Does not seem like the reaction changed at all. That's why I thought maybe something's wrong. What is it? Greetings, mistress. Might I ask what college you have mastered? I am Vetura, mistress of conveyance. How may I enlighten you? I am honored to meet you, madam. I see you have become adept in all areas of conveyance. I offer my congratulations. I am sure you are quite proud of the power at your command. Did you find it difficult to become proficient at teleportation? I was a natural, madam. You have a strong aura of magic about you. I wonder if you might be interested in becoming a master in conveyance. A master? What is involved in achieving such a title? To become a master, you must first pass a difficult and a dangerous test. Those who succeed are rewarded with a great gift. The effort required to cast each spell in the College of Mastery is greatly diminished. Are you interested in attempting the test? I must depart. Let me save. I think... I'm not sure if it's possible to become a master in more than one school. So just in case I'm saving, because it would be very useful to become also a master in harm. Master in harm. No, what's it called? Necromantic Black would be amazing. But I don't have all of these spells though. Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt. I have a question. Certainly, how may I enlighten you? Please explain conveyance to me. Conveyance is the movement of bodies or items by force of will alone. It is an extremely advanced magic, demanding immense concentration to perform correctly. One of the finest magic skills available, in my opinion, madam. Sure. I'm interested in becoming a master of conveyance. I am interested. I must warn you though, you may only gain mastery in one college of magic. Do you wish to attempt the test and master the College of Conveyance over all others? I will think about it. Well, my suspicions have become true, and thankfully the game does warn you of it. What is there in Conveyance? Unseen force. It's all useless kind of. Don't really need reduced cost for it. But I cannot get necromantic stuff, which would be great. I wouldn't be able to start the quest then. Maybe we hold off on this for now. I wonder if the test is different for each school as well. So we could do it just to see what it's about. Do you wish to attempt the test and master the College of Conveyance over all others? Yes, I would. An excellent choice here. She removes the medallion from around her neck. Take this medallion. When you are prepared to face your test, put it on and proceed over to the portal located in the center of this hall. This will begin your test. I wish you well, harmful elf. How does she know my name? Thank you. In the center. Oh, there it is. This place is bigger than I thought. Oh, I see. You just have to teleport there. What's this about? Do you have to push the rock? Unseen force? It does move around though. Where do I place them? Not quite sure. Maybe I need to try to move the rock? Oh, they all combine into one. I see now. This shouldn't be difficult. Why doesn't it move this way? I guess it cannot be moved. Or are they glued when you do it? Can I move this one? This one doesn't move either. Okay, I'm not sure then. What is it they want me to do? Or maybe because of the party members it does not move. I think that's a possibility. Maybe you have to push it into the rock. Let them try and stay here. Ah, come on. I think that should work. Yeah, just barely. Now if I move this. Well, not quite. Let's try it again. Tell Perryman to move. Over here. Oh no. Moved it the wrong way. Haven't saved yet, so can't reload it either. Maybe I could just place it back into that same space. Yeah. Now, let's see. Okay, I ran out of mana. Let's try it again. Does not move to the rock. Or at least it does not influence it in any way. This I cannot do anything with either. It's either that or you have to combine them in certain spots by their color. Not sure if this would work, but guess it doesn't hurt to try. And for the green one, there is nothing to loot. Orange rock. There is nothing to loot. Magenta. Okay, I'm not sure how to do it. Or at least what is expected rather. Let me look this up. Conveyance. Quest. Arcanum. You're supposed to move the columns into the corners of the room, color on color. I see. So just in these corners then. I think yellow is closer to green. So it would have to be here. If I could move it at this point. Which I think is not a guarantee. Could move it this way though. But not out of the corner. Unless I look this way maybe. Oh, it kind of worked, but not really. Let's try again. Run out of mana. Don't think it's gonna move anymore. Let's reload the quest. I want to become a master of conveyance. Thank you, let's go. Have to put it on though. Oh, I think I could have done it. They're basically like already in positions. So I guess I shouldn't have bothered with the yellow one. Trying to get it here. Could probably be here as well. I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, I think that would be about right. Because green does not go here for sure. No, wrong spell. It did not work. What? Nothing to loot. Okay, so I think... What should I swap? Maybe blue and... green probably goes here. Yeah, unfortunately. I messed this up again. Want to become a master of conveyance? Let's go. To put on the amulet. So blue probably goes this way, if I had to guess. Can I interact with it? No, still no interaction. Let's use unseen force. Couple more times on this one. Oh, I'm out of mana. Now, where would green go? Perhaps this way. So they're kind of arranged in order, just a bit shifted. Nah, it works. So we finished it. I wonder if you get XP for doing it. What does she say? I'm always at your service. I have completed the test and become master of conveyance. Well done indeed, harmful elf. Very few has it been that I have had the joy to congratulate on such an accomplishment. You will find your strength in our college has strengthened by twofold. Thus you will feel half the strain when you cast a spell. Again, I congratulate you. Thank you. That's it. That's the whole quest. It's not even a quest, it's just a bunch of puzzles. I wonder what would necromantic school look like? May I have a moment of your time? Certainly, how may I enlighten you? Do you feel threatened by the advancement of technology? Threatened? Oh no, Priestley Coleshill. Oh, she says the same thing. Really? Maybe some other guys would be threatened, but not them? They have a dining hall. Oh, there is a second floor as well. Human wizard. This old wizened figure doesn't react to your approach. You cannot be certain he has even seen you. Excuse me? Ah, it's the wonder. You're here to speak with Simeon Tor. I am? A wry smile crosses his face. He continues as if he had not spoken. Before you may see him, you must do something for me first. I need vital information. The fate of Arcanum hangs in the balance. That may be. But Nazruddin sent me. I don't have much time. That is not how I see it. Then you know what I'm doing. Perhaps. Then please let me in and stop playing these games. That is not how it works. Okay, tell me what I need to do. Go and gaze upon the mural in the main hall. It is near a glowing circle in the floor. I'm certain you must have passed it on your way here. And then you may enter to see Simeon Tor. That's it? Go look at the mural. But why? Because that is what you're to do. Okay, I'll go and look at it. Where is the mural? This one. Mural of Enlightenment. Is that Virgil? Could be. There's a Master Mage. Oh, another Master Mage over here. Oh, who is there? He must be Charming Beasts and whatnot. This guy. Oh, of what college are you, Master of Great Mage? I am Shibutka, Masters of the Morphling Magic. Please explain Morph to me. Morph is simply amazing magic. To see the substance of a creature weaken before your eyes, or become a minuscule representation of what it once was, it's an utterly awe-inspiring. Only a fool dares anger a mage in possession of such skill. Have you heard of much about technology? Technology? Only that the unskilled masses are utilizing it to perform great feats and miracles. Things that we have been performing effortlessly for millennia. Such foolish creatures, the common people. Yes, very wise. You can ask them some stuff, but not always it is different. What about this guy? Greetings, Master. May I ask what college you have mastered? I am Liam Raymond, Master of Meta. What can I do for you? Please explain Meta to me. The simplest way to describe the College of Meta is as a set of defensive magical spells that are utilized for defending oneself against hostile magic, or for dispersing hostile magic that has been used upon something or someone. I feel it is a must-learn college for any true mage. Oh. Yes, it is highly foolish to be defenseless against hostile magic. Do you feel threatened by the advancement of technology? Threatened? At times, perhaps. All things have a time, Harmful. I believe the time of magic is drawing to a close, and the time of technology is newly beginning. It saddens me, but I would not change the natural order of things, even if I could. But how can you think such a thing? The signs are obvious. To those who wish to view them, harmful, sadly, my brethren at Tula are more content to turn a blind eye to the truth. It will be their undoing. Well, thanks for your opinion. Do you require anything further? No, thank you for your time. Let's talk to the others, the ones that have been in the, how would you say it, northeast portion of this building. These guys. They seemed kind of interesting. Master Mage. Nice to make your acquaintance. Greetings, Master. Might I ask what college you have mastered? I'm well keen, Master of Air. Please explain the College of Air to me. The element of air surrounds our beings at all times. It is unseen, yet the most awesome force in nature. To control the winds, one must be an excellent student. Remain highly focused and always remain respectful to the power being manipulated by to one's will. Yeah, one of the finest magic skills available, in my opinion, sir. Do you feel threatened by the advancement of technology? I have seen no technological equivalent to rival the power of the air. Threatened? Not in the slightest. I pity the common man. He's been duped by charlatans displaying such base tricks of no substance. Yes, very insightful. What about you? Yes, hello. Greetings, Master. Might I ask what college do you have mastered? I'm Ada Terran, Master of Earth. Might I be of assistance? Do you feel the proliferation of technology is a threat to Tula? Appearing surprised. A threat? Nothing as insignificant as technology will ever be able to threaten the great city of mages. No, you will find no fear of passing fancies here, harmful elf. I see, you are very wise. Please explain the College of Earth to me. The College of Earth deals with the living force that emanates from the land beneath our feet. We gather this force unto ourselves, bending it to our wills and driving it to act as we command. For those who excel in their studies, the very stones spring to life at their bidding. Oh, quite intriguing. Let's... Oh, I climbed through the window instead of using the door. And then it closed by itself. Truly a magical city. Oh, it's possible that our friend here, Veldo, might be able to use the bow. Although he does seem a technological sort, judging by what he has in his inventory. Let's give it to him. Oh, he's not interested. He's a rogue through and through. Oh, this is Jorian. I see now. You have seen the mural. You may now enter to speak with Simeon Tor. But why did you have me look at the mural? Because that is what you need to do. It is not an answer. That is the only answer there is. I've had enough of this. Prepare to die, fool. I can see this will lead nowhere. Good day. You see what appears to be a view of Caledon. Blackroot, Ashbury, Tarrant, Stillwater, Ring of Broadgar. I don't think I've ever been at the Ring of Broadgar. Can I walk through? It's a teleporter, right? What about this one? Well, does not seem like I can use them at the moment. Let's talk to Simeon.
You've come seeking information?
He studies you for a moment. The experience is a bit unnerving. Ugh, I'm kind of yawning at the moment. Nazruddin has sent me to find the location of the Vendigraph ruins.
Pelosian. Pelosian is the only one who can answer that question for you.
The Pelosian is the pool in the front of the castle, right? Where can I speak with this Pelosian?
How? How is the question, not where. Pelosian is dead. Has been for 1,000 years.
Okay, then how do I speak with him?
No one knows. Since his death, he has appeared above Pelosian's pool every night at midnight. He floats there for an hour and then fades away. No one has ever been able to coax him to speak. You must find a way to bring his voice forth.
Alright, do you have any suggestions on how I might proceed?
The answers are yours to find, Wanderer. Perhaps Pelosian's history might yield some clues for you.
Alright, who was this Pelosian?
Pelosian, clairvoyant artist, poet, founder of Tula, and above all, master of summoning. Hearing tales of him in my youth is what led me to summoning, actually.
He was a clairvoyant, a founder of Tula, a poet, an artist, and also summoner. Well, tell me about his art.
He was an artist of great talent. His paintings are said to help those who meditate on them become closer to achieving oneness. His best work, in my opinion, is the aptly named Mural of Enlightenment.
Jurian sent me to see that mural before he would let me here.
Really? That's interesting.
What is the mural meant to represent? No one knows really. The largest symbol is thought to possibly represent a lost college of magic. Oh, interesting. But no one can say for sure. What can you tell me about his poetry?
His poetry was a bit overwhelming for most, much less lyrical than his paintings. The poems seem to reveal his inner self in a way few could understand. We don't know his poetry firsthand. Sadly enough, his works have been lost to us. All we have are others' writings about it.
So the answer to making him speak could be in his poetry.
Perhaps.
I need some sort of clue to go on. Where do I start looking?
That is not the way this works. The path is yours to tread, no one else's.
You mentioned that he was a clairvoyant.
Yes, that is why I believe that. Even had he not seen the ruins that you seek with his own eyes, he will be able to give you the answers that you seek. It is believed that his writings and his paintings foretold future events. In fact, much of what he has prophesied has come to pass.
What things has he foretold?
He saw many things, things that most refused to believe.
Wow, that's impressive. I can't understand that disbelief.
I appreciate your humor, but all I can tell you is that things are the way they need to be.
You said he was the founder of Tula.
Pelosian was born to great wealth, but his spirit was that of a wandering mystic. It would not allow him to live a life of leisure. When in his travels he found only arrogance, greed, and the thirst for power among the sorcerers of his day, it troubled his soul greatly. He wandered out into the wasteland, and it was here that he found what he was looking for.
What was he looking for?
Clarity, a singular consciousness, a place he could start a new philosophy of magic. He gathered young, promising disciples around him and created this marvelous place, a beacon to all those that would pursue the ways of magic with a pure heart.
This is fascinating, but what am I to do now?
Only you can determine that.
May I indulge upon you to answer more questions?
What questions do you have for me?
What are these windows? Are they pictures?
These? No. They are portals to other places, an indulgence. But I find it soothing to gaze through them.
Portals, can they be used to get to those places?
Of course.
Can I use them?
Of course. When you have completed the task Nazruddin has sent you on, you may have complete use of them.
Oh, I see.
What questions do you have for me?
Don't have
As
any
it
more
must
questions.
be, you must find your own way.
Good day then.
Mr. Smythe, I wanted to commend you on your recent work in Terrant. Well done.
Oh. That's kind of cool. He talked to Perryman as well. Let's see what's on the mural first. Again. Did it change? No, it's the same. It's this sign. Sign of open broadcasting software, as you may know. So he... this guy who found the tool was also a streamer, an artist, and a poet. These do not seem to be magical schools. So I guess you could walk inside of these somehow. If you combine them. Is there magic combining in this game? Could I ask you some questions? Does not know anything about it. So we just have to keep stepping on them, seeing what changes. If anything does. These do not open, they're locked. Even so, they say that they're unlocked. I cannot walk through. For some reason. Maybe we could wait till night. Suppose that's a possibility. Nothing activated. Are the doors closed still? Yeah. Okay, let's look this up. Oh, you have to hit them in a certain order. I see now. I thought maybe they were exclusionary. At least some of them. I think it's set clockwise. Should work, right? No, not really. Wonder if that works. No, it doesn't. It groups the 16 The Mural of Enlightenment provides the clues. It groups the 16 colleges of magic together. To get the stuff you need, you have to hit the pads around Tula in a certain order. Although it doesn't matter which group of 4 you do first, you have to go clockwise when hitting the pads. Oh. Retrieve the 4 books as well. Read books for order. This is the only puzzle in the game, they say. But not really, though. For some reason, this one does not deactivate. I'm pretty sure they're exclusionary. Even yeah. Maybe I have to combine them so that it would make up the symbol. Or at least something close to it. Something like that? Or no? I have no idea. Ah, god damn it. There's a video here of a guy running around. He combined water and fire somehow. How does that happen? Stepped here. Which one that is, I'm not sure. Do I have it in somewhere here? That's air, water and fire. And it opened this one. Which is earth, probably. It does not open. Probably because I have others activated. How would I deactivate them even? Oh, this one opened. What the hell? Don't think I can read the book or do anything with it. What's the point of opening it then? Okay, maybe if I try the other one. This one maybe. Maybe it's based on their color as well, because the other one was blue. I'm at wit's end here. No, this one is purple. This one is purple. This one is green though. And it opened this one. So if I stand on two of these, maybe the other one would open. This one. I think it should. Nope. There must be another one of purple color. This one is red. Or rather, maybe yellow. This one should be purple, I think. Yeah. The door should open now. If the other ones are still activated. This one is still activated. Okay, I'm pretty sure if I step on the one that's in front of the door, it would open now. Like I'm pretty sure. It has to work this way. Damn it. Maybe you have to press them in clockwise order. This one is still active. No, this one is still active as well. Is there one that I missed? I suppose I could go around pressing randomly. Let's try this one now. On the right. It is not open. This one is green. For some reason, these ones are still kind of activated. They don't ever deactivate. So maybe if I changed it to a purple one, I mean, well, they're both active now. What if I step on it now? Nope. This one is a nope. Unfortunate. How did I get the other one? Just by pure luck? Maybe I also have to activate this one. No, they're exclusionary. These ones aren't though. How did this work? Okay, let me look up the definitions maybe. Perhaps it will shed some light. Summoning. I don't think I've seen this one. Temporal. I've seen this one. Seen morph. But I have seen... Nature is the one that I have opened. What did I press? Healing, maybe. That's white necromantic. They never turn off, that is. This one I pressed afterwards, I think. What's this supposed to be? Let's see again. This is summoning. And I think I also pressed Black Necromantic and it never got disabled. Let's see how Earth looks. This is Earth, Air. I guess I could press Air, Earth, and then Water and Fire and see what happens. Maybe Jolt as well. Lightning. Because they turn off anyways when you step on this one, so it won't matter, I don't think. Let's see if any of them have disabled. Water has. Earth is not active either. Okay, let's press it. What's this one supposed to be? It's working. That is divination. Let's try to press fire now. No, it does not open. Let's try to press water and then fire. Nope. It's either that or some kind of a geometrical shape then. Okay, I guess I'll just end the stream here. Maybe figure it out off stream or on the next stream. I think this could take a lot of time and I have to go now. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you're watching the stream or watching the VOD, it's been fun streaming this. Guess I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, same time by the way. Take care.